Hey everyone, I'm Steve from gamersnexus.net, and this is our weekly game news recap. So we're going over the news for the games industry in the last week, and we have another video coming up with the hardware news for the week, so check that out. The first item is Call of Duty Black Ops 18, or whatever it is now, and that just released about probably a little more than 24 hours ago at the point of this video being uploaded. And the game is a Call of Duty game. You shoot things, you run around, and you dolphin dive. It takes some elements from Titanfall, like wall running and parkour, and actually has a free running mode, which kind of reminds me of Mirror's Edge to some somewhat limited extent. And we tested those on various video cards. We're working on testing them on CPUs, tested it in memory, all of that stuff. The gameplay, I will say from my very limited actual playing the game time, is Call of Duty. So you know what that's like. If you like it or not, then that's what it is. So there's no new revolutionary big thing there. But in terms of the performance, the GPUs have some issues in a few places, but generally you'll get by playing on 1080p with maxed out settings. On about a GTX 970, you can go down to a 960 or R9 380 if you drop some settings like anti-aliasing and things like that. We have a whole video describing all of this, so check that out if you're interested. But at the end of the day, it is a new Black Ops Call of Duty game. There's single player, there's multiplayer, and the only thing anyone is ever going to do is multiplayer. So that's out there now, and check out our content on the channel for more on that. In terms of other big news items, Rockstar Games' GTA 5 recently caused trouble for Steam, for Valve, not for Rockstar this time, for once. And the trouble was that Valve posted an advertisement during one of their recent sales about GTA 5 being 25% off. So the advertisement was misleading and led users to believe that it was discounted from £52 to £39. This was a UK ad, and that was actually not the case. It was a discount only for a bundle of Rockstar titles, so several GTA titles, and did not apply to the individual game in the same fashion. And in response to this, even though it's been a few months now, the ASA, which is a UK authority, has come down on Valve and had a ruling stating that the game was on a misleading sale. It was not true to the consumers what was going on, what the actual price was, and the very hard reality for Valve is that they're not allowed to run the ad again. So, kind of a slap on the wrist, not actually a harsh reality. What happened is the ASA and Valve agreed that it was a problem, that it was an unintentional and erroneous placement of the ad on the standalone game, and Valve will not be running the ad again in the future, quite obviously. And they even pulled and corrected the ad within a few hours of finding out its placement in error previously, a few months ago. So that's all there is with the Rockstar and Valve issue. That's been resolved now. The next two items are related, and that is a Witcher 3 live-action movie and then a World of Warcraft movie. So the Warcraft one, you may have already seen the trailer. It's been on YouTube for a little while now, and that is coming to theaters soon. It is the World of Warcraft universe, and I'll be honest, I actually was an EverQuest player, 1 and later 2, but I don't really talk about that, and I never played WoW. Was not interested in it at all. I recognize its importance, but I was not a player. I was an EverQuest True Blood player. So, that said, Warcraft is coming out as a movie, and whether or not you were a fan or player of WoW, it is actually kind of important to pay attention to in the games industry, because the success and reception of WoW by a greater audience will sort of determine and help shape how games and movies interact in the future and where the crossovers are. So that'll be kind of fun to watch and pay attention to regarding perhaps the more traditional film critic industry's response versus the games industry's response to the movie's launch. In terms of The Witcher 3, or The Witcher rather, I should say, not The Witcher 3, The Witcher is getting its own live action placement in a new movie, and this is based on the novel, so it's not like it's just based on the game, because the game is based on the novels as well. And there's a studio that I don't know how to pronounce called Platige or I'll do the American thing here, Plattage Films, and that has announced that it's joining another company, Sean Daniel Company, to work on the Witcher movie. The studio working on this hopes that it will become a series in the long run, but for now it's one movie. It's been in pre-production. I'm not entirely sure if it's exited pre-production yet, but it's on the way. So we've got The Witcher and World of Warcraft in terms of movies coming out from the games industry. And then the final news item for the week is Paragon, which is Epic Games' newest kind of teased game. They didn't really actually provide any tangible information. We know that there's a guy who exists in a game with an unknown genre, and the guy's name is Twin Blaster, and he looks like he lifts. So that's about all we know. Paragon is probably, from my own speculation, going to be a MOBA or a team shooter or something like that, just based on strictly the looks. One thing that we do know is that the graphics shown in the teaser video are going to be in-game graphics. That is representative of in-game renders, which means that it's pretty high fidelity graphics content, and it is a PC game, so that's always exciting. We'll certainly benchmark that whenever it comes out. It's coming out sometime in 2016. We don't know when. We don't know what the genre is. All we know is that Epic Games will continue to announce new characters, or they're calling them heroes, which again leads me to believe team shooter or MOBA. They're announcing those once a week, starting last week, and there's more coming out through the next couple of weeks into the first week of December. So we'll be following that. If anything substantial and worth reporting comes out, then I will certainly follow up and provide a more in-depth look at the game. But as it stands now, we're very limited on knowledge of what Paragon is and what it hopes to do. So that is all for this week's news roundup. Check the link in the post-roll video for our Patreon page. Big thanks to those of you who have helped there. And then link in the description below if you want more information on the site and the things we've been posting this week. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.